So hopefully you can see and hear me. If you can, please drop a plus into the chat. Okay, thanks. So, hello everybody. Welcome to our exciting series of AWS Workshops. I'm Sergei Konstantinov, a systems engineer at EPAM. These workshops are brought to you by the collaborative efforts of the RS School and AWS user groups from different countries and AWS as it is. Well, every Saturday, we will be diving into different aspects of AWS to help you expand your knowledge and skills. Whether you're just starting your AWS journey or looking to enhance your expertise. Well, we've got something for everyone this month. Well, and now let me go through our workshop series and I'll try to announce it so to make you just want to register to our forthcoming workshops. Here's our schedule. September 16th, online game creation using Amplify Studio. Unleash your creativity and learn how to build captivating online games with the power of Amplify Studio. September 23rd, data protection for serverless applications. Discover the art of securing your serverless applications, ensuring that your data is safe and sound. And September 30th, Code Whisperer. Master the secrets of writing elegant and efficient code that whispers simplicity and elegance. And today we kick off our series with hands-on with Amazon CodeCatalyst workflows. We'll show you how to streamline your development process, improve collaboration, and enforce security. So, without further ado, let's get started. Well, guys, if you have officially registered to our workshop, you gotta get a link to today's workshop to the workshop studio. So, guys, if you have received that link, drop a plus into the chat. If not, drop a minus. And if something doesn't work, just ask for help in the chat and you'll get a proper assistance. So, from now on, you have three options how to do the workshop. The first one, you just follow me step by step. The second option, if you are super advanced, if you're super fast like Lightning McQueen, you can do it at your own pace. Just don't wait for us. And the third option, like most passive one, you just relax, you watch, you listen, and then after the workshop's over, do it on your own. Maybe you can sit in your quiet place when nobody bothers you. So, but you will be on your own. There won't be any help available in the chat. But there are three options. Choose the one that you like. Okay. Whenever you got this link, you press the link, you click the link, and there will be this window. Email one-time password is required. You click on that, and there you go. You'll need to enter your email. You enter your email, and then your passcode will be sent to your email. You go ahead and copy the passcode and paste it into this field, and click on sign in. That's pretty easy. Okay, there will be a large screen. You just scroll it all the way to the bottom and just click on I agree with the terms and conditions, and then click on join event. And if you did everything right, here you are. You'll be in our workshop studio. That's the interface. Here is my interface of the workshop studio. And to familiarize ourselves with it, let's take a look at the left-hand pane. On the left, you can see links, the items. Actually, there are steps that we'll be getting through one by one during our workshop. A little bit lower, there are 2 links. These links are for your AWS console access and CLI credentials. So, guys, go ahead and click on this link and check whether or not you have access to your AWS console. If not, drop a minus into the chat and you'll get your help there. Well, and if you are, again, super advanced, you can use CLI credentials like access keys, secret keys, so on and so forth. You can use them just to clean up afterwards. But I wouldn't worry about that because our accounts, they will expire in a few hours after the workshop is over. So, if everything is fine, let's get started. Click on Get Started button. Okay, here we can read some introductions and just note that our workshop is 1 hour long. And here goes overview. Overview what CodeCatalyst really is. And in simple words, CodeCatalyst is a helpful service for software developers that makes it pretty easy to work together on projects, manage all aspects of creating, testing, deploying software. Well, hope you probably know that Amazon has standalone tools, standalone development tools like Code Commit, Code Deploy, Code Pipeline, Code Build, and as I assume, we have all of them under the hood in CodeCatalyst. And besides that, CodeCatalyst allows you to connect to AWS resources and provide a structured way to organize your project for your company or for your team. So guys, hopefully you all have successfully logged into your workshop studio and we can go on. So in order to get access to Workshop Studio, actually there won't be any invitations, but we need to somehow get to our Workshop Studio. And to do that, we need to create an AWS Builder ID. Okay, to do that, we need to open our browser and go to Amazon CodeCatalyst. Here we are. That's our page. I'd like to mention one thing. Let me widen the screen a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the pricing. We will be creating a free tier account. So there are certain limitations for that account, but they are more than enough for our workshop. So don't worry, create a free tier account. And to do that, we need to go ahead and click on sign up. And need to wait a little bit as always. And here we should enter our email. Oh, mine will be CodeCatalyst.demo, if I'm not mistaken, gmail.com. And click on next. Okay, we wait a little bit. So, this one, your name. Okay. Let me call me like Sergey. Will be fine. And okay, I need to find the verify code. I'm expecting it here in my email address, in the mailbox. Just copy and paste it. Return to our CodeCatalyst page. Enter the code and click on verify. And now we need to create a password. Just try create a complex password and try not to forget it. Oh, they matched. Great. And well, create a builder ID. While you are creating your builder ID, let me briefly tell you what it really is. A builder ID is a personal identity that you can use to sign up and sign in into CodeCatalyst. Well, and actually other some kind of participating application, and one application of those is Code Whisperer. So having that Code Builder ID, you will be able to use Code Whisperer as well, and it's absolutely for free. Remember, Copilot $10 a month, but Code Whisperer free of charge. And just want you to remind you that on September 30th, we'll be holding a special workshop on Code Whisperer. So register for that one. Okay, hopefully you were able to successfully log in into CodeCatalyst, and now we need to create our alias. Okay, let me try to create an alias. I'm just wondering whether or not we will just run into an error. Okay, let me try it. Okay, Sergey demo. No, doesn't let me do it. Okay. What about this? And what about this? Oh, here you go. Oh, it doesn't work again. So sad. Okay, guys, could you write in the chat whether or not you can create an alias? Okay. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Let me take a look at my email address then. What's my email address here? Okay, maybe I can try it like this. CodeCatalyst. No. Doesn't allow. Doesn't allow as well. That's interesting. Yeah, this is a little bit sad. Okay. Okay, let me try to do it in a different way. Okay, let me try to relog in. Maybe I'll be a little bit more lucky then. Would you guys write in the comments whether or not you're able to create an alias? Looks like a kind of pretty tricky thing, right? Okay, let's take a look what we have here. Maybe we have something important. No, I don't think there is anything that can help us. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, let me try plan B then. Okay. I think I have created, I think I have logged in into my different account for that. But guys, write in the chat, are you successful with creating this? Uh, if you're able to create this tricky alias. Okay, uh, next things next. Uh, After creating an alias, you will be prompted to create a space. Well, let me move here. So before starting a project, right? You'll need to create a space, and spaces are actually, you can think of them like a virtual offices, like for your team, where you add your project there, you add team members there, and cloud resources, and keep everything organized. So think of it as a like or a container, or probably a virtual office. Okay. So, and next step is to create a project, as we can see here. And as we see it on the screenshot, there are three options that you got to create a project. So the first one is to start a project from a blueprint. And the second option is to bring your own code. Well, CodeCatalyst allows you to link your own Git repository, and you can source your code from there. And the third option, you can start from scratch. You just, excuse me, click start from scratch, and just right off the bat, write your code, and so forth and so on. And in our case, we'll be creating a single page application with a blueprint single page application. Okay, let's go ahead and try to create it. But before creating that, I think I missed one very important step because I wasn't able to create an alias. But before that, well, what do we have to do? We need to go to our space, and we need to bind our space to an AWS account. Take a look at this. You will be probably prompted in the process of creating your CodeCatalyst account. So, in order to add account, just go ahead and click Add Account. And we need to go to our AWS Management Console here and find a CodeCatalyst. CodeCatalyst. Yeah, here we are. But for now, we need to go ahead and copy the ID of our account and paste it over here. There you go. We can give it a name like development, and then click on Associate AWS Account. So now we need to copy this Amazon CodeCatalyst token and approve this verify space. Put this code in this field, and the token was valid. And also notice that a role will be created, like CodeCatalyst support, and you can view permissions of this role, what's permitted and what's not. Just can take a look at this one. Then press verify the space. So our space, can you just leave me alone? Okay, and our space was successfully verified now. We can take a look at it here. Here's information about our space. So now the next step will be to create a project. This is my old project, and I can go ahead and delete it, but let's create a new one. Create a new project from a blueprint, like you see. So here, we're going to choose a single page application. And click on that, and let's enlarge the screen a little bit so to see more information. And we can see a little bit of our application here. What application framework we're going to be using, the options of hosting, and we will need, of course, connection permissions for our applications, and they may be varying depending on application. So then we click on next. So here we need to give a name. Let's give it some like fancy name. SPP. No, that's way too short. Like new app. Okay, let's call it new app. We've already automatically have chosen the account where we have bound our space from CodeCatalyst. Now we need to create a role. Create a role for our application. We can take a look at which which permissions are required for our application. So we can do it either manually, or we can go ahead and click on this button and go ahead and create this role. This all is done automatically. Maybe you have your own role and you can choose it from here and from the drop-down menu. Then just create development role. And now we have the development role, which is especially for our application that we're going to deploy. Let's get back. So next, we'll click on additional configurations. And here are our options here. So as a web application framework, we'll choose React. As hosting, today we will be choosing CloudFront plus S3. And as a programming language, that is CDK programming language, you can choose either one. And by the way, you even can take a look at the code that will be just automatically generated for you. Let me enlarge this a little bit more so you could see it better. And here we go. Let's see what we have here. How our stack will be deployed. Here goes front-end stack. And here we can see what will be created. What code is used to create our stack here. And the S3 bucket will be deployed, and there goes CloudFront and so on and so forth. Well, but if I want Amplify hosting, what will it be? Does it change anything? Let's check this out. Okay, it's just automatically regenerates the code. And let's go ahead and take a look at our front end. And what do we have here? And we have Amplify Studio here. It will be provisioned to our AWS account. But what if I want to use the Python here? What will happen? Let's wait a little bit as our code is being generated and take a look at the front end and the front end stack, and just wondering what kind of code we're going to see here. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we have here. Front end bucket, front end, CloudFront. But what do we have here? We have here Amplify Studio, but it's going to deploy our application to CloudFront. So guys, if you want to use Amplify Studio, you'll have to explicitly choose TypeScript. If you choose Python, whatever you choose here, it will deploy it into CloudFront and S3. Just have that in mind. So I'll choose CloudFront and S3, and I'll choose Python. Is kind of a more appropriate programming language for me, which I'm used to. So we'll be deploying it into the Oregon, US West 2, repository name, we'll leave it as it is, and let's rename the stack. Dev stack, and that's it. Or okay, let's call it like dev stack demo. And that's okay. Oh, wait a second. We have not yet selected our role. Yes, we have not to forget our role here. So here we are. All is done. The application name we have, the project name we have, the IAM role has been chosen. The application framework is React. And what do we have here? Okay, but I'm choosing Python here, just the language of my preference. And click on Create the project. Click on Next here, so we can take a look what's going on. Cool. I guess I have having problems with my space, right? Let me take a look. Not here, not here, not here. Let's take a look at billing. Yeah, for some reason. Okay. It seems like that I cannot create a project here. Okay, let me try to relog in here. Okay, guys, meanwhile, you follow the steps here. Once you have pressed create the project will start generating. And let me try to log in again and try my old account. Okay, I already have a builder ID, and let me check CodeCatalyst demo Gmail. Maybe I will be lucky with this alias. Okay. Code. This is really strange. Okay. Okay, let me then try another one. Okay. Okay, let me try then. Well, meanwhile, I'm trying another account. And I'll try to bind another account to another CodeCatalyst account to my another AWS account. So let's try and do this. No, not here. Go here. And we'll need to verify the space again. Okay. Let me try it. And let's go ahead and verify my other space. Okay, it's valid. All right, there's my space box. Another space. Let me check what I have here. Yeah, and it works. And let me then drag it all the way here. So hopefully you can see that. And let me make it like this. So here I will create the project one more time. From a blueprint. I'll do it real quick. And I think I can bind the role here. Do we have a role? No, I won't be able to get here, I think, right, okay. We'll need to create an IAM role, and let's add this role. There you go. And from this, I will select the space box role and choose as before. Okay. Oops, excuse me. So I'm going to call dev stack demo. Okay, let's go ahead and create the project. Oh, forgot the name. New single app. Okay, just go ahead and create the project. It'll take a little bit of time. So, what really projects are? Projects are like collaborative workspaces where your development team can build an application together, add users, manage permissions, track users, everything which is related to a project just in one place. So we have created now our project, and we can just take a quick overview on the left side panel. So in the code, if we open the code, we can find our repository here. And if we click on it, yeah, we can see that there is our code. But excuse me, let me put it over here. And I think let me go here so I can close this tab then. So here's our workshop. Okay. Okay, first let's take a look at the code, repository, pull request. We can really get through that. But as we can see here, we can click on run. We can see what workflows are running right now. And let's go to workflows, press on workflows, and take a look at what we have here. And here's our workflow push to main deploy pipeline. And we can press on the job that is currently running and take a look at it. Let me try it in a different way. I don't like getting back and forth. Will I be able to, yeah, to pull them all together? Let me put it over here. No. Not this. Oh, there you go. Let me put it over here, and let me shrink it a little bit. Yeah, that is better, so we can go side by side with our workshop and studio. So here, we just clicked on our job, and we can see that our job is currently running. And here are our actions or steps of our job. We can see them in a. There are two ways to see our workflows, kind of a graphical way, and there is a way of a code. So we can take a look at our workflow in a code way, and we can see what kind of trigger we're using here and what kind of actions we're using here. Build test, CDK bootstrap action, and CDK deploy, and that's it. So we can see it in either visual or in the code. So we can take a look as we click on. Can we enlarge it a little bit? As we click on any action, we could see the logs that are currently our job is producing. Okay, for example, what can we see? Bootstrap action here, and we can see logs, and we can see that something is being created here. Okay. And we're actually waiting for the deployment. What build and test action has been completed. So let's take a look at the log. So let's take a look what commands we're running here, npm test, and so on and so forth. But we are still waiting for the deployment action. And while we're waiting, yeah, we can go quickly and take a look at the left menu. What else we have here? We have here environments. Let me wait just a little bit. So on the left side, we have the pane, and here we have environments. Let's take a look at what kind of environments we have here. Here we have the development environment where we're running our workflow ID. Okay, but we can edit this environment. We can make it non-production or production, by the way. And we can, for example, create another environment and make it production and deploy our resources there and deploy our project there. Next is compute. Compute is not available to our free tier account, but this is we can skip it for now. Then secrets, we can create our secrets and use it in our workflow as kind of variables. Here we can see changes. We can track our changes that were made to our project. Well, and let's take a look at our workflow. It takes a little bit of time to finish, and it's still running. And meanwhile, we can take a look at our account. If we go to, let's say, cloud formation, we will see how deployment is going on using cloud formation stacks. Here, what we see here. Okay, so the CDK toolkit has been already provisioned, and now dev demo stack is being provisioned, and we can see what kind of resources are being created right now, what kind of events, and so forth and so on. There we go. So our last step is deployment, and hopefully this is not too small. Okay, let's enlarge it a little bit. And the deployment is in process. Well, meanwhile, we are deploying our application. Let's take a closer look at our space. What we have in our settings. These are our general settings where we can see the region, the path name, the name of the uh, our space, the space ID. And next, we can see which accounts are used or where our space is bound to which account. Well, actually, you got to notice that AWS accounts that have been added to Amazon CodeCatalyst space can be used for billing. And there's only one thing. I mean, there's only one account can be used for billing, but you can bound as many accounts as you want. As for billing, we can take a look what we're using now. So 21 minutes out of 2000 and just 1 GB of per 10. And so we have a lot of resources left. Development environments. We'll be talking about them a little bit later in our workshop. And we also can see it installed extensions. We just mentioned it a little bit before, but let's take a look at them. In order, if we want to use GitHub repositories, if we want to source our code from GitHub, we can install this extension. And if we want to track our issues and so forth and so on, we can install Jira extension here and use Jira as issue tracking like tool. So whatever else do we have here? Okay, let's return to our project. Where is this? So this is our space. We can take a look at our activities here. What we've been doing. It's all tracked here. So we've already looked at the settings. And one thing that I gotta mention is members. So you can invite any member here. You just click invite and enter an email address, and that personality, that developer will receive an invitation, and as he or she accepts it, he will be added here. And when you create a space, you automatically gain an administrative role of your space, and you can grant your role to other members of your team. So activity projects, and let's get back to our new application. Let's take a look at the workflow, which is still running, I guess, right? Yeah, our workflow is still running. Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's take a look at the logs. Still being deployed. It's kind of time consuming. Okay, this is an application. And we can see it here. What's going on here? What kind of resources are created here? S3 bucket, front end, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's go to our workshop and take a look here. No, not here. Here's our workshop. Well, when your application is built, you can go to the variables tab and find among the variables your URL, the URL of your application. So once you click on it, you will be able to open your application here. It should look like this one. Once you've done that, you can go to the next step. Oh, I'm just wondering. Yeah, it's been built all right. We have 2 reports here. Yeah, we can take a look at the reports while it's being built. And let's go back to the account, to the CloudFormation account, stack info, events. we can take it at our reports, that kind of a quality report. And we can see what whether or not it's been successful or not. So in our case, the report is successful. So let's get back to our workflow. Still running. Okay, we're just finalizing. Yeah, we can take a look at the variables and we can see the value of application URL. And as it finishes, we can copy and paste and open our browser and take a look at our application. Yeah, we're done. Lucky we are. But there is a simpler way to open up our application. It's this little link here. Just view app. Click on it and take a look at our application. Yeah, there you are. We have our application up and running. Great. So what should we do next? Okay, we press next and see what we have to do next. And next, we need to add a new action. This action is going to check for kind of a security stuff. And to do that, we're going to our workflow tab, like this one. Yeah, we press workflow. Then we open the workflow, right? Or we can just go ahead and edit our workflow. And here, there are two ways to add actions. One way is to add them like in a visual way. There's a number of actions created by AWS, and there's a number of actions created by GitHub, right? So you can choose either one and use it for yourself. But here, we will be using this code to add to our actions, and then we will validate the code and rerun our workflow again, already checking and using the vulnerability scanner here. We got to go ahead and copy this code, and we have to be sure when creating a new action, because this code kind of misses one space. So we press space and paste this code. Oh, no? Okay, if not, no again. Okay, let me try again. This way. Yeah, there you go. Oh, the code is not valid. Okay, let's see. We have extra space or what? Don't think about that. We do. That's strange. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, let's try and do it all over again. Go ahead and copy this one. Let me take a look like this. Okay, go ahead and paste this one. Actions. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now let's go ahead and click on validate button, and our code is valid. Okay, lucky we are. And we can switch to the visual view. And here we are, our new security scan is here. Now we go ahead and commit our change, and we leave it as it is and press commit. So now we are committing out our code, and our workflow, which is called, uh, let me take a look. What's on push to main deploy, like pipeline, etc. And it started its workflow right now. So what it's going to be doing, let's take a look at it. So it will be scanning our repository, then it will build and test our code. And here are the steps or commands that will be run in there. Then we will provision CDK Bootstrap. There will be some roles and so forth and so on. And sources will be workflow source, that is our repository. And the final action will be CDK deploy. It will deploy our application, and it really depends on the CDK Bootstrap action and build and test action. And as an artifact, it will create a build directory, which eventually will be deployed into our AWS account. So we can take a look at the process, how it's going right now, by clicking on Run. As we can see, some of them already done. We can take a look here. Actually, if we take a look at the artifacts, do we have anything? No, so far we don't. Okay. Well, after our workflow finishes, we should be able to find an artifact file called as bomb here. Okay, let's wait a little bit, and meanwhile, let's talk about development environments. And development environments, it's actually a Docker container, or simply a container that Amazon spins up, and we can remotely connect to that container. And this container will have in itself all the necessary tools, and it pulls our repository to that container. So we can use it as a kind of a development platform. And there is a number of IDEs that CodeCatalyst supports, and we'll be looking at it just in a minute as we finish our deployment. Well, the deployment is finished, and if we take a look at artifacts, here we go. We have our SBOM file, which we can download and review. So we click on Next in our workshop, and here we go, our development environments. Let's go ahead and click on Dev Environments. Okay, so to create a development environment, so we click here, and we have a choice of IDEs. So the first one is Cloud9, which is a native browser IDE for AWS. The second one is Visual Studio Code. These are free of charge browsers, but JetBrains IDEs, but JetBrains IDEs are not free because they support remote editing. So I'll try Visual Code Studio. So I'll create a new branch. I'll call it okay, like feature. Oh, feature one. Why not? And also we can take a look at the environment configuration. So the compute will be 2 virtual CPUs and 4 gigs of RAM, and storage 16 gigs of RAM, and timeout. This is a kind of a very handy thing because we may forget about that we're running our development environment, and it will shut down automatically after 15 minutes, and we will not be, our development time will not be counted. Okay, let's try. Go ahead and click on Create. Hopefully it works right now. Okay, let it open our. Okay, copy the code. Go ahead and open. Hopefully it opens. Okay. Allow. Okay, I'm just. Okay. Yeah. It often fails. Let me try it again and open it. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me try to open it all over again. No, it seems like it fails. Okay, no problem. Let's do it in a different way then. It didn't work with me. Go ahead and delete it. And let's then choose AWS Cloud 9, feature 1. Okay, go ahead and create. It should work for sure. Oh, now we're creating our development environment using the browser. Now let's take a look at it. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, right? Yeah. So now we're creating a new branch, and now we will make some changes in the code, and then we'll commit it back. And after that, we will create a pull request. Okay, let's take a look at our application. And where should we go? We should go to which page? We should go to the sources, and we should open the app CSS. And here we should substitute this background value. Don't show it again, please. This background value. Excuse me, did you copy this or not? Okay, go ahead and substitute this one. Excuse me. Okay, we go ahead and save it. Okay, let's take a look at which branch are we currently. Git branch. Gotta be feature. Oh, need to go. I need to enter the project directory, then git branch. Yeah, feature 1. Git status. Okay, and we got to go ahead and git. Did we save it? Yes, we did. So git add and git commit. And our message will be update background color. Here we go. Now looks like lots of files have been modified or created after that. Git push. Okay, we have pushed our changes, and now it's time to create a pull request. So here we go to the code. we unfold it and we find pull request. We click on it and we click on the upper side of the window, create pull request. Here, we choose our source repository. The destination branch will be no. The main, and the source branch will be featured, yes. And the pull request title will be background color update. Here we are. We have updated our background color, and we just, oh yeah, we can take a look at the changes. As you remember, there were lots of files that were added. Will we be able to find our minor changes here? Yeah, looks like there's a lot of here. And there you are. Here are our changes. We changed the background color. We click on create. Okay, and now what we have to do is just to merge our pull request. Go ahead and click on merge. Here we can click next. Yeah, here we created pull request, we merged, and here we choose fast forward merge, and we click on delete the source branch after merging. So we don't need that branch anymore. Click on merge. So now we were able to make some changes to our main to our main branch. And let's take a look at the workflows. Another job was supposed to start. Do we have it? Yep, we do. So there you go. Another job has started. So again, it will take some of the time. It will do the security scan. It will do the bootstrap, but it will be not that long because we already have bootstrap tools installed here. And let's talk about the development environment. That is this one. And how can we manage our development environment? And for that purpose, we have a special file. This file is devfile.yaml. Let's take a look at our repository. We go into code, then source repository. We click on the name of our repository, and we can find this devfile.yaml. Okay, maybe we can find it here for a better view. Devfile.yaml. We can take a look at it here. So as you can see, we were pulling an image from a AWS registry, right? And here we make some commands. We do some commands here, and if we, we have lots of tools installed here in this on this environment. Like for example, Terraform. Let's take a look at the version of the Terraform. 1.4.2, which is an outdated version, right? We have npm here version. Do we have it here? Yeah, we do. Well, and we have a number of tools. Probably Java. Do we have Java here? Yeah. We have Java here as well. So this is an image with lots of tools, and you can see, you can take a look at the official site. All the tools are described there. But if you want to do some changes, you just add a new command. And then, for example, well, I don't want to have, like, let's say, this outdated version of Terraform. And I can do the following. I can update my repository. I can update. I can run the command sudo yum update, and all my tools will get updated, and Terraform as well. So to do that, we just go ahead and copy and paste this and create another ID. We'll call it yum update. Update. And we'll run the command like, no, not this way, but this way. Sudo yum update yes. Oops. Yes. And we'll have to add it here, post start. The event will be post start after build and test. We'll take this name, yum update. Yum update. And after we have updated this, so our next environment, when it will be, we'll have to delete this environment, or if you're using, let's say VS Code, you'll have just to rebuild your environment. And in this way, you will be able to, make some changes in your development environments. And actually, for more information on this dev file, you can go ahead and visit the official site of this. I think it's dev, not here, devfile.io. It should be devfile.io, I think. Okay, let's take a look at our progress here. If our workflow has finished or not. Yeah, there you go. Our workflow is finished now. And let's take a look at the way our application looks right now. So we go ahead, we click view the app, and here we are. Our application has a different background. So we can press next. So I think we're out of time already, but we can take a quick look at the reports. Yeah, the reports, we've already taken a look at this one. And we can take this report, take a look, and we see that 11 lines of code were not covered by our report, and 1 line of code in this file, it was covered by this report. And the issues. We can create issues and kind of a Kanban board, like let's say, I don't know what to call, I don't know, run fails, for example, and yeah, let's say to do, can add able, I can add myself here, take a look and recover, take a look and fix. Okay, and we can create the issue here, and we have like a Kanban board. We can drag and drop, whether it's to do, whether it's in progress, whether it's in review, and whether it's done. So yeah, that's pretty handy. And well, if you prefer working with Jira, don't forget you can go to the catalog and install the appropriate extension for your Jira software. Okay. Yeah, here we can see how we create issue tracking, what I've just did. And well, I think this concludes our workshop. Hopefully you've learned something. Hope you have at least a basic understanding how to create a workspace, how to create a project, what the blueprint is, and how the jobs, how workflow works within CodeCatalyst, and how it works with AWS accounts, how they interact with each other. So thanks for your attention, and if you have any questions, post them in the chat. And guys, thank you very much, and see you in our next workshops. Bye bye.